So burnout, it's a chronic process. It's a chronic condition in which, in one word, the person is exhausted. Okay. Scientifically, it is defined with three parameters. The first is emotional exhaustion. The person is feeling exhausted emotionally. He can't take normal emotional onslaughts, which a normal person can easily take and deal with. So emotional exhaustion, complete emotional, like physical exhaustion, emotionally he or she is exhausted. Second is depersonalization. In simple words, the person who was very caring and who was very sensitive, people start observing that that person is becoming callous. People say that he's changing or she's changing. He used to be so nice and now he's very callous. So this is depersonalization. And the third element of burnout is what is called as loss of feeling of achievement. So feeling worthless in whatever one is doing in the pursuit of life. So these three factors they have defined, and all the international research that is happening on burnout is based on these three factors.
Did you have all three or one is fine?
At least two.
At least two.
But still, I think this definition is a bit restrictive. There are other colors, let's say, to this burnout process. But burnout is definitely different than what we know as depression or pathological anxiety.
Or even regular fatigue. I mean, it's much more in depth.
It is different. So burnout is totally a different entity. It's a chronic entity. It is not easily diagnosable unless, people around that person or the person himself or herself realizes that something is going wrong. Otherwise, the person is functioning. Society at times may feel that there is nothing wrong, but still the person is going through this stress. And this is actually the problem with diagnosis of burnout, that one has to be really self-aware to diagnose it, himself or herself. Or people around him should be aware enough of this entity to bring to their notice that they are getting burnt out. People are aware of frank depression. People are aware of, frank anxiety attacks or the attacks in which one gets palpitations and panic kind of situation. This entity has to be known by people to diagnose it. So if one is aware of this entity, then if you realize that you are having difficulty in processing emotions, which was easier before, and it's becoming difficult for you to process emotions while dealing with people. You are getting irritated. You are responding in, for example, in a way you would not have responded earlier. Or there are problems in your interpersonal relationships at home. But if this is happening on chronic level, not 1 or 2 days, but on chronic basis, then that's a red flag. Another thing is, if you start feeling that the work that I'm doing is not worthwhile, or why am I doing it? So now I'm doing only for, I have to run my house, so get the money, I'm doing this work. So this is cynicism entering. Suppose somebody who is a brilliant coder, for example, in IT industry, and he starts thinking, what is the point in all this? I just have to run my house. That's why I go there. I do the coding. I give them whatever they want and I come home. So this is a red flag, because unless you enjoy your work, at least to an extent, it loses its meaning, and then it starts being a stressor rather than something which is good. For example, if I'm operating on a large brain tumor and I'm there for 8 hours, 9 hours in the operation theater, I may get exhausted, but at the end of the surgery, I will feel the justified pride that I have helped someone. I will also feel that tomorrow morning I have another case, so I'm looking forward to that case to help someone.
Right.
So exhaustion and burnout are different. Burnout is very, very psychological thing. It's a chronic thing, and that's why it's difficult to diagnose. I think one of the things that helps in burnout is yoga nidra, which is progressive relaxation. Similarly, there are certain things which are physical, which help. People know about psychosomatic problem, brain or emotions affecting the body. What is not that well known is somatopsychic response. It has been found in research over last 10-20 years now that the brain volume increases with exercise. So you see, just doing physical exercise, it may be running, may not be yoga, but may be running.
Yeah, any physical.
Yoga definitely does it, but even simple running or walking or aerobic activity done regularly increases the brain volume. It increases the synapses within the brain. So exercise itself is a great way to really cure some mental problems. Come to think of it, if you look at the development of a human being in mother's womb, there is single cell. Then one cell becomes 2, 2, 4, 4, 8, etc. Okay, so our body was once one. It was one cell. Okay, your brain, your lung, your heart, your leg, they are formed from one cell. So they are one, actually one. They are not different.
Right.
It's not like formation of a car. When you make a car, you bring tires and then you join them with screws. It's not like that. Our hands and legs, they are not joined with screws. They are expanded form of one cell. So psychosomatic effects are bound to be there.
Right.
Similarly, somatopsychic effects are bound to be there. So yoga takes cognizance of this. And the thing that yoga teaches best is to be self-aware. Because when you start being aware of your breath,
body,
you also train your mind to be aware of your emotions indirectly.
Right.
To be mindful. So that also will help in breaking this cycle of burnout.